Tell me, darling, could we run away? We could hide away by the cactus desert blue. I can see it just a mile away from this crowded place. I could lay there next to.
Hey friends, welcome back to our channel, Best Freaking Friends Forever. Thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us for a little bit. Vera says so too. So today we're going to talk about 16 dreams that you may have had, or that a lot of people have. So the first one is you dream that you can't run.
Yeah.
So have you ever had that dream?
I mean, I guess I've had, like, maybe this might go together where I've been chased. Somebody's chasing me.
That's what I was, yep.
Yeah, so I think that might be the same. Like, you're being chased and, like, you just can't ever seem to get away from that person. Or whoever, whatever's chasing you.
Yeah. I mean, I've had dreams where, like, I think they're dreams, and I've heard, like, something in the house, and, like, I'm like, I can't move.
Mm-hmm. Sleep paralysis?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that kind of, I don't know, that's always bothered me, because I was like, I mean, if anything ever really did happen, I've always worried that I wouldn't, that, like, that's how I would react, and I'd be done for. So, I mean, I don't know if I've necessarily had one that I can't run, but I've had one where I can't move, period. I don't know if that counts.
Right. The next one is failed a test. Something similar would be like, I remember, like, I've had dreams where I go to school and I'm failing the class because I didn't get my work done. Like, I don't have my homework, kind of like that. But failed a test, I don't think so.
No, I've had probably where, like, work stuff where everything's bombed and it just did not go well. But I don't know necessarily a test. The next one is losing teeth. I don't think I've ever had a dream where I'm losing teeth yet that I'm aware of. I think I remember.
Yes.
I would probably freak out.
I have them where, okay, so I have 2 teeth that are not naturally mine, and I have implants that replaced them. Like, I had braces and moved things around, and then I wasn't born with them. That's what happened. So once I got my teeth, I haven't had this dream, but before, so I always kind of thought, was it because I have 2 missing teeth? Is that why I have it? But I guess it's a common dream from this list. But my dreams were, so, like, one would fall out. It's really weird. Like, one would fall out and one would grow in its place. Or I would have them fall out and my mouth would be full of them. And, like, they'd be falling out and my mouth would fill up with teeth, and then, like, I'd have to spit them out, and I just couldn't stop spitting teeth out. Definitely weird. But since I've had my teeth put in, I've not had any of that. So I do think it was because I had missing teeth. I do think that's why I had those dreams, because I don't have them anymore.
I think I know people that have, but I've not.
I don't like them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think I would freak out if I was, because I've watched episodes where, like, there's been people that have had, like, they're coughing up teeth, and it's not a good reason why they're coughing them up.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't think. Ugh.
No. Now, I think this one is definitely one that everybody can say, and it's flying. And I remember having, especially as a child, had those types of dreams a lot, where you just fly. And I love those dreams where you're flying. They feel good.
See, I have the ones where you're falling.
Those
like
two.
Those are, I think, the ones. I have more of those than I do, I think, of the flying ones, I think. Talking to pets. I don't think I have either. I'm trying to, I think I'd love to talk to my dogs, but I don't think I've ever dreamed of
just any animal.
Yeah, or any animal.
I've not had. So let us know if you have. I'd love to know. Yeah. And, like, tell me about the dream. I love talking about dreams. I know some people are really weird about it, but I love it. I have really crazy dreams. Like, one time I had a dream where meteors were hitting the earth and they were like balls and they would bounce.
Huh.
Yeah. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. The next one is pregnant. And yes, I've had those dreams for sure.
I've not had one where I'm pregnant, but I have had ones where I'm a mom, or, like, I have kids. Naked. Yeah, the next one is naked in public. I'm trying to think I don't think I've ever had this one either, because that would probably really freak me out too, because I'm very new.
I remember having one. I remember, so I'm, like, walking into school and I have my trapper keeper in front of me, and everybody's kind of, like, awkward around me, and I look, so you're, like, walking in the door and there's, like, a glass above you, like above the door. And I walk in and I look up at myself and I'm naked.
Well, and I don't know. I think it all goes back because I do think our dreams have meaning. Like, I think they do. And I think you're vulnerable or you feel like, because I feel like if you're naked in front of people, you're vulnerable, obviously. And they're probably feeling vulnerable at the time. But yeah.
Getting married.
I might have had one where I'm planning.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I'm thinking about it, or like the dress and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think back. I don't know. Probably, but I don't remember one off the top of my head.
Missing a flight.
I definitely, when I was in school, remember dreaming about missing the bus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would wake up in the middle of the night and be like, "Oh my God, I missed the bus," and I didn't.
I think I've dreamed of oversleeping and like waking up late. And being late for whatever, yeah. But I don't know because I've never flown.
I think that's probably like in general, just being late for something. Because you miss a flight, you're late. And so, yeah, I think those are all the same. Beak. Never had that one.
No. And I think that would really freak me out because I know when we were watching The Matrix, that hole in his mouth was gone and stuff like that. I don't know. That scene just really freaked me out for some reason. Really bothered me. So I think I would definitely have issues with that.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, for sure. Because sleep paralysis is, ugh.
It is. It's scary because it really does make you think, like, is this how you're going to react in like a serious situation?
Yeah. I have issues, like my sleep paralysis, when we first moved into this house, I had it really bad. And because it was the first time I ever experienced it. And when I had it, I thought there was like demons in our bedroom. And so I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, is this house like haunted or something? Do you know what I mean? So like for a really long time, and then they went away. So it was like, okay, good. Everything's fine. And then I came across sleep paralysis, heard about it. And I was like, oh, that's what that was. There's no demons in my house. My body wasn't reacting like it needed to.
Well, and it's crazy because I feel like mine's brought on, like, I know I would get it a lot when I was watching Criminal Minds and living alone, so to speak. And I think it would get in my head, and I think that I would just freak out from that. Because I noticed when I did stop watching that, they didn't come as frequently.
Yeah. They say if you sleep on your side, so sleep on your side, it's because normally, I mean, I do know, they say when you're on your back is when it happens more.
I could see that because I do think that when I usually do have them, I'm on my back. See, waking up. I'm trying to think if I've ever dreamed of waking up. Like, I mean...
Kinda. Killer clowns.
No, I think the closest thing I've ever had to that is when we watched Saw. And like I told you earlier, we had the pig costume. It bothered me a lot. I had issues with that for a long while after watching that movie.
That was a rough one, I think. I love those movies, but that one was a rough one.
Or even the clown on the bicycle, or if that's what you even can call that. Being lost.
Yeah, I've definitely had dreams like that.
I'd say I have too, yeah. Not being able to find where you're at.
Movie characters.
I mean, I think we talked about this one earlier. I think people have been in our dreams, like, you know, but I've not been them. If that's what that, I mean, is that what that means?
I
or
think
just in like dreams with them?
Yeah, like just had a dream with a movie character. Well, I think the closest thing I could think of for me was from Saved by the Bell, the oldest son, Matt. That's his name, right?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking. Yeah, you're talking. Seventh Heaven, though, right?
Yes. What did I say?
Saved by the Bell. That's because we were just talking about it. Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. So in Seventh Heaven, I had a dream about, I guess he was kind of his character from the show, but I dreamt about Matt, the oldest, and like I really liked him, and I thought he was really attractive. And when I woke up, I was like, I never, like in my wake world, I never thought of him in that way, but after I woke up, I was like, well, he's kind of cute.
Mine's like with Chris Hemsworth after I watched Thor. His shoes. I've probably had dreams where I've forgotten something else.
Yeah.
I always have feelings like I'm forgetting something. Like if I'm doing a big thing at work or something like that, I always feel like I'm forgetting something major but I don't know about forgetting shoes.
No, I'm sure I've had dreams where I've forgotten something, but I don't particularly remember one with shoes, and it could have. And then the next one is date with your ex.
Nope.
Not maybe like a date. I've had I have lots of dreams about exes, and they're usually not good.
I know subconsciously we're thinking about the things we dream about, even if we're not aware of it.
In a way, I like to have reoccurring dreams just because sometimes, like, I feel like there's an answer there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's something that you need to see or you need to catch. Yeah.
Yeah, and so when I have it again, I'm like, okay, what is, like, I try to, like, remember it and be like, what was in it this time that I didn't remember the last time, and, like, did I miss something or did I not? I remember having dreams of a bear getting in the house, and it's funny.
Me too. We took the storm door off our house one time. I forget why, couldn't tell you, and it was off for like a couple nights. And I remember not sleeping well at all, and then dreaming that one had gotten in, and I was telling my mom about it, and she just laughed and laughed at me, and I'm like, no. And I mean, I had big issues with that for the longest, like for a while after that, for some reason. I don't know why.
So that's one we found together that we've had that wasn't on this list. But yeah, I've had that one. My oldest has had that dream too. And I'm pretty sure my sister told me one time she had a dream like that, where a bear had come into the house.
So I wonder what that means, because that's got to mean something too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, and they're mean bears, or you know what I mean? Obviously, they're aggressive.
I'm sure, like, if people really talked about dreams more frequently, I think we should.
Mm-hmm.
I think we could learn a lot from them. But I think if we talked about, I'm sure we would all start to find that we've had very similar dreams, all of us. And it makes you wonder, like, because I believe there's something after death. There's something after, for me. Like, I believe there is. And it just makes me wonder, like, to me, we're all connected in some way. Like, we have to be. If we're all dreaming the same things, you know, like, I mean, a lot of these are fears, clearly. Like, a lot of us have certain fears. But some of them, I think, have an underlying meaning to them.
I think so. I mean, like with the teeth thing, not having control over something. That's something you don't have control over. Like, I know a family member of mine had a dream where they were wrestling an alligator, and they were deciding what to do or stressed at work, and they were wrestling with something at work. And so we looked it up, and that's pretty much what it meant. You had something going on in your life that you were wrestling with, and you were trying to deal with it.
Yeah, a girl I grew up with, she had 3 nights in a row had the same dream. So the first 2 nights she had it, never said anything. But what it was is she said that there was a street in her, like, hometown, and she was coming down it, and every time her and her mom would be in the car and they would come down the street, this other car pulled out and hit them, and her mom dies. So she has it for 2 nights, doesn't say anything, has it on the 3rd night, wakes up and tells her mom. She's like, I had this dream. And then that morning, they were driving down this road, and she saw the car, and she told her mom to stop. Like, she's like, that's the car. And it did save them. Yeah. I've heard a lot of stories like that where people have had dreams of stuff, and it does happen.
Well, that's like you said, like if you wake up late and then you're late going to work, and you get stuck in traffic and it makes you late. Like, sometimes there's a reason for that. That's why, like, when I get late and I'm trying to rush, I'm like, okay, there might be a reason why I'm not supposed to be on my route like I normally am at the same exact time that I normally am. I mean, and not to be like negative, but like look at 9/11, all those people that one had a baby that day, so they didn't go to work. They went to the hospital, so he wasn't in the building at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all this stuff, or they missed their flight, like Nick Lachey. I think he missed his flight. He was supposed to be on one of the flights that went down.
Yes.
So, I don't know, stuff like that too. I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, it's like,
all work out, dreams and that.
Right.
Stuff.
Tony works sometimes really late at night, and just in the past, probably like late last year, can't remember, but he was working late. Me and the kids had went to bed, and whatever. And I woke up, something woke me up. Like I could just tell, like something, it wasn't like I just woke, like I could just tell something woke me up. So I got up, Tony still wasn't home. So I get on my phone and I text him. I'm like, when are you coming home? And he was like, oh, I'm getting ready to leave. Well, he didn't come home for like another, I want to say 2 hours. Well, on his way home, sure enough, he had hit a deer. Tony ended up hitting that deer, and which is scary because when you hit deer, a lot of times people will try to swerve. It's not good to swerve and miss them. It's better to just hit hit your car with them. Because if you swerve, you can end up doing more damage to yourself. So it's just better, to hit them and get the damage done to your car. But I don't know. That one really haunts me because I think had he just came home when I texted him, that wouldn't have happened. So that's that.
There's no chance that it wouldn't have. I mean, yeah,
Right.
That's why I try not to freak out. And I've seen the same post on Facebook a lot saying, it's God talking to this person because he's all mad and he's like, I'm late for this and this and this. And he's like, no, I let you sleep in because this was going to happen to you. And I'm like, okay. So I try to keep that in mind. And I do try to I think a lot into my dreams, probably more so than what I need to, but yeah. Because I do think they are a way of telling us some stuff.
Yeah, let us know. Do you have reoccurring dreams? Do you have dreams like you talk to a friend like Shelley and I do, and we're like, oh my gosh, I had that same dream. Have you had these 16 dreams? Definitely let us know. We would love to hear about them. Until next time, I am Tiffany. This is my BFFF Shelley. Join us next time, friends, for another great episode.